Hello. Welcome to this card reading, this tarot card reading for the week of December the 7th through the 13th. My name is Angelyn. Thank you for joining me. If this is your first time, welcome. If this is not your first time, thank you so much for coming back. I aim to make these things very digestible and quick, and also hopefully people learn a little bit. That's just sort of my goal. If there are things that you would like to know more about, if you would like special readings, please do comment or message me and let me know what you'd like to see, what you'd like to hear. Again, thank you for being here. So this week, the week of December the 7th through the 13th, there is a lot going on in the world. There's a lot going on here in the United States. People are afraid. That's where we're at. A lot of people are afraid. They're afraid to spend money. They're afraid to go places. They're afraid of their family. They're afraid to lose their job. There's a lot of fear bubbling about. And I guess I just want to put that out there that this is just part of the way it is sometimes. Sometimes it's very light and easy. Sometimes it's very heavy and more difficult. And I think right now we're in a heavy and difficult time. And all that means is you're not alone if you're feeling that way. And do your very best to try to lift it in whatever way you can. I'm a big believer of creating an environment that will hold you so that when you have times like this that are hard, that you can be held by this environment that has a really high frequency. It's helpful. Let's go to the week's themes. We have two as usual. The first one is the Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups for me is about devotion. The Knight of Cups is about returning time and time again to the things that you know work. Does it feel good to you to take baths at night? I know I bring up baths a lot. Baths rejuvenate me. They make me feel good. I feel rested. I feel like I've been grounded a little bit better. If I'm having a hard time grounding, I do like to get in the bath. I'm an air sign. Water grounds air. If you're feeling a lot of anxiety, that's all air. Take a bath. Devotion, in terms of the Knight of Cups, is making sure that you're bringing those things to the forefront. What are the things that make you feel grounded, that make you feel supported, that make you feel comforted? You need to make sure that you're doing those things every single day. Every single day. This is also a week I strongly suggest that you do not pick up any extra things. You do not say yes to anything else except for what you already have on your plate. And in fact, if there are any things that you can move off your plate, I would suggest that you move it to a different time or delegate it if you can. Because the other theme for the week is the Ten of Wands. And I'm going to tell you, because I've looked at the cards, that there's a lot of wands. There's a lot of fire energy this week. Okay? So the Ten of Wands is all about overwhelm. It's about there's too much. I don't have the ability to hold all of these wands, all of these sticks, and go where I need to go. I don't have it. I need help. The problem sometimes, and I think that right now we're kind of bumping up against this, is that everybody's kind of feeling the same way. And so there really isn't anybody you can ask for help from. If that's true for you, then it's going to become even more important that you lean on the Knight in the devotional way of taking care of yourself. Do you feel good every single morning when you get up before 7? Please do that then. Do you feel better when you go to bed at 10 p.m.? Please do that. Do you feel better when you make food in advance and freeze it and hang on to it so that you can eat it and not have to cook these weeks when things like this are going on? Please do that. Please do that. If you have any downtime early in the week, help yourself out by setting things up in the week for yourself. I'm done. Okay. Sunday, December the 7th. This is a day that we may be blindfolded. This is the Seven of Swords. We may be blindfolded. We may not be seeing the full scope of what's happening in the world or what's happening in our world. This is going to be a time on Sunday that you need to sit down, you need to strategize, you need to look at all the things that you need to do and figure out when the best time is for you to accomplish the goals that you want to meet for the week. Sunday is going to be a day that's either going to deeply, deeply serve you for if you sit down and do all of that work and organize your week and really lay out and look at what you need to do. If you choose not to, that is okay, but that is going to be more of a blindfold. That's going to be, Sunday is going to end up being one of those days that later in the week you look back and you're like, man, sure wish I'd done that thing. Because now I feel like I don't have a choice. Now I've got to do, all of this, and I don't have the energy and I don't have the time. So I'm telling you up front, you're not going to have the energy later in the week. Please get stuff done earlier in the week. Monday, the 8th of December, beautiful day. This is a Six of Wands. Six of Wands is all about celebration and enjoying your space, enjoying your people, enjoying your energy, giving yourself a little bit of a yay, I got all the cooking done on Sunday. I feel so good. This is going to be a great week. And it will be. It will be a great week, even if it's overwhelming, even if it's hard, even if there's a lot of fire. It's still going to be a great week. Monday is the day that you need to celebrate that. If you're going to take the family out to eat, do it on Monday. Monday's the best day. I'm just saying. Because Tuesday the 9th, you're going to be having to pivot. You are going to have to stop, turn, and go in a different direction. And it might be expected, it might be unexpected, I don't know. What I do know is that shifting directions, if it's not an easy thing for you to do, it is not an easy thing for me to do personally. I have to sort of gear myself up and say, we're going to pivot. We're just going to do it. We're going to pivot. We're going to go in a different direction. It's disappointing, but it's fine. Other people, it's like no big deal for them. If you're one of those people, that's so great. Enjoy how easy it is for you to switch directions. But know that on Tuesday, you're going to have to. All right, Wednesday the 10th, we have a doorway. We have a portal. Two of Wands is just a beautiful card. It is a very high energy. It's a very electric. There is a lot of big movement in it. Ultimately, though, it's a doorway. It's a portal into something new, a portal into a change or into something that is new for you, maybe an up-leveling of something or just a new phase. There's this new awakening phase in whatever you're doing. Like an opportunity. There's just a door that's going to open, and you should take it. Wednesday is a day of taking the portal, walking through the doorway, taking the opportunity. Okay, Thursday. Thursday is the 11th. We have the Five of Cups. Maybe the least happy card in the whole deck. This is sadness. This is a sadness card. This is grief. That indicates that there's something that we weren't ready to let go of that we're going to have to let go of. It may not be a surprise. It may not be shocking, but it's not going to feel good. It could be small. It could be big. I don't know size. I would suspect that it's probably on the bigger side, though, just based on the whole week. All the cards for the week are pretty energized and pretty big. They have big emotion attached. I have no reason to believe that Thursday would be any different. So look around for, places where there could be little potholes of sadness, and do your very best to, again, make sure that you're getting rest, make sure that you're grounded, make sure that you're just talking to yourself in a positive way. And it's okay to be sad some days, it is. So maybe let yourself be sad and be fine with it. On those days, I tend to, I don't make plans with other people. I let myself cry if I need to, and I just keep going. I write. I do a lot of journaling. I think journaling is really a great thing to do when you've got a lot of grief. Friday, December the 12th, we have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles says, I know what beauty looks like. I just don't have a very discerning eye yet. I might be a little ungrounded. I might be a little stubborn. I might be less able to see the breadth of all there is in terms of beauty and health and wealth, but I can still see some. So on Friday, I want you to look for the beautiful things that are in your life and really, really feel grateful for them. Really, really take a second to say, wow, I love having that plant right there because I love looking at it and it's beautiful and it makes my time in my office really, really nice. I'm so grateful to have this person in my life who brings me great joy and who is helpful sometimes and, brings me lunch when I forget it or, touches me with tenderness. Like those things are important. Again, this is an indicator that you might need a little grounding this day, on Friday. So we're looking at trying to ground a little bit early in the week and also again on Friday. Just sort of make sure that you are doing what you need to do. That is not the day to buzz around or let your anxiety get out of control if you can help it. Saturday the 13th. Oh, the 10 of Swords. It looks awfully intimidating, but really it's just saying there is some kind of belief in there that is not serving you and it needs to go. It's like blocking you up, right? Like thou shalt not pass, right? You may not pass. And that's because you've got some sort of thinking thing in there that is blocking you. So this is one of those days, if you do manifestation work, if you are able to look like from a cognitive behavioral standpoint at your thoughts and go, this is the thought pattern that is connected to this feeling in my heart or this anxiety, and I don't like it, and I need to figure out how to do this differently. If this isn't working, I need to find a different way. Saturday is the day that you need to do that. Whatever the shitty thinking is that you've got going on in there, it needs to go. It does. Even if you just don't allow it that day, I'm not saying you need to rectify it from beginning to end, but if you don't allow it that day, you're going to be better off. It's going to be helpful for you to not. All right. So I would like a little bit of, I'm just going to draw a few extra cards this week. What are the supports that we have? What can we lean on? Because this is a little bit tough, right? There's a lot of, we have the joy early in the week, the celebration, but right after that, it's like we're pivoting. We're going through a doorway, which is beautiful, but we're also going to be feeling a lot of grief. We are ungrounded, and we've got some sort of a thought process. It's blocking everything. So what are our supports? What are the things we can lean on? So the things that we can lean on, another fire card. I don't know what all this fire is about. We will probably know by this time. But the Four of Wands tells us to look for the things that feel stable. What are the things that are stable in your life? Is your relationship with your child very stable? If it is, spend time with them, allow the stability of that relationship to hold some of what is happening during the week. If you have a great animal, like a pet, or if you're home, if you really, really love your home, then you need to spend time at your home, okay? You need to spend time doing things with people in places that feel stabilizing, that feel like support. That's all that's saying. This is a card of balance and foundational support. So what are the things that are supportive to you? Do those. Second card, the other support. This is the card of heartbreak, but it's also the card of survivorship. You guys, this is a really hopeful card in this regard because it's telling us we've survived really hard things. All of us have. Each one of us has survived really hard things. We've survived not knowing what was coming before. We've survived feeling sad before. We've survived before. Heartbreak. Some people have survived financial ruin. Some people have survived putting their businesses, just letting them go. Some people have survived divorce, right? There's like so many things. And do maybe a little bit of an inventory in your own life about what you've survived, because I think sometimes that can be really helpful. Like, I'm pretty tough. I'm a pretty tough gal. I've survived a lot of things. And sometimes when things get hard, it feels like, I'm never going to be able to do blah, 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 right? It doesn't feel good. And you forget. I forget. Do you forget? Like, sometimes when I'm in the middle of not feeling great, I forget what I've survived. So focus on the portal. Focus on Sunday being really, really clear, getting really organized for your week, really strategizing how you want the week to go. I think if you can do that on Sunday, you're going to be in a lot better shape. Celebrate, remember, on Tuesday. Make sure you get through that portal on Wednesday, okay? Stay grounded. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care.